Ulterion eventually found a fisherman who would sail him over to the continent of Thiere. During the voyage, Ulterion discovered that his captain was a were octopus. But that's a story for another day. The tide hit the beach. Green rocks, seaweed, and Ulterion. Waterlogged Ulterion. Ulterion woke up gasping, spitting out salt water. Ulterion looked up to take in his surroundings. Where am I? And all he saw was beach and forest.
Great. I'm lost.
After drying off a bit and a quick cry, Ulterion made his way through the forest.
All right. I can find a high enough vantage point. Get an idea where I am.
Ulterion heard a few suspicious forest noises.
And I better find out soon.
Ulterion got to the top of the hill with a strange feeling.
This feels familiar.
As Ulterion got to the top of the hill, his heart skipped a beat, and a smile came across his face.
Civilization!
In the distance, Ulterion could see a few buildings, although he was too far to make them out.
Finally, a break.
Ulterion, with renewed energy, started running towards civilization. As Ulterion got closer to civilization, noises increased, and his nose caught less of sense.
Those pastries are like music to my nose.
Ulterion stopped running, and realization.
Wait. Those are pastries. Familiar pastries. This is... Oh no. It can't be.
Ulterion walked down the cobblestone, looking around because of suspicion. He looked around to see many thin, pale, pretty people paid him no money. This was the land of Frank's home of the elves. Ulterion didn't know what city he was in. But if it was like any other Frank's homes, he knew he would hate it. He remembered his youth in the city of La Capitale as a son of a rich Elven family. He was treated no better than a beast of burden.
Let's see.
Ulterion shook his head again, regained his faculty of time for nostalgia. He had a mission to complete, less time to complete it. He unrolled his list. Ulterion perused his list.
What am I getting from here? Here it is. Elfberry wine. Finally. Easy.
Ulterion talked to the clerk at a cafe.
What?
The clerk merely sneered at Ulterion.
I told you, 1,000 gold or away with you.
That's ridiculous.
So's your face.
Ulterion sneered at the clerk.
Can't we negotiate here?
The clerk shrugged.
I can give you the human discount.
Ulterion smiled.
Really?
Yes. 2,000 gold.
That's double the price.
Oh, good. The human can do mass. Now leave my shop.
Ulterion stormed out of the cafe, grumbling. Meanwhile, Lumiex and the Revolution, mostly a short, fat human named Blaze, who struggled to carry a small keg,
Man your food, or we will miss it.
Lumiex was a man of the people, mostly human people, considering he was half elf. His father was an elven noble, and his mother was a human servant. His mother was let go shortly after his birth to avoid complications. His father certainly couldn't afford to have a bastard half-breed roaming about, considering Lumiex was a product outside of his marriage. Since his mother was free of service, she survived by providing company to lonely lords. Since his mother was always busy, so he practically raised himself. He had achieved leadership over the human children being displayed, and it was his life mission to get revenge on his human friend were his means to do so.
Come on. Come on.
The revolution quickened his pace.
I am going as fast as I can.
Also, meanwhile, Almadriel was taking her bath while her maid stood ready for her beck and call. She played with a duck toy. Almadriel lived a life of no cares, no responsibilities, no fun.
Marie, fetch me my towel. I grow bored of the that.
Also, meanwhile, Ulterion continued his trek through the city, still unsuccessful in his quest.
Where can I get this damn wine?
Almadriel was being dressed by her maids, Marie having her dress.
They told me they had the carriage ready.
Almadriel was bored.
Yay! Mademoiselle, I thought you loved the carriage rides. When I was a little girl, I've seen this city. More of it than I care about. Do you wish to cancel? Oh, no need. I might as well be bored in the carriage. At least then I can pretend I am going somewhere interesting.
Lumiex and his revolution brought their bow to a carriage where the carriage driver was asleep. Lumiex called his revolution over to the carriage.
Come on, let's go. We don't have much time.
The revolution popped the keg next to the carriage. Lumiex tensed up.
Careful, stupid.
Blaze nervously saluted Lumiex.
Yes, monsieur, capitaine.
Lumiex put a finger to his lips and shushed Blaze.
Shh.
Blaze clamped a hand over his mouth. Lumiex rolled his eyes and he checked on the carriage driver. The carriage driver was still asleep. Lumiex shook his head.
It's a good thing they hire useless people.
Ulterion continued his aggravating trek through the city. Ulterion saw two other humans and smiled.
Maybe they'll be more helpful.
Almadriel was led through the hall by her maids and guards. Marie smiled at Almadriel.
Cheer up, mademoiselle. Maybe something interesting will happen. I doubt it.
Lumiex struck two flint rocks together over the powdered trail.
Come on.
Excuse me.
Lumiex and the Revolution jumped up in fear. The two revolutionaries turned. Lumiex had rage on his face.
Dare you interrupt us?
Ulterion looked worried.
Sorry, I'm just looking for Elfberry.
Lumiex looked to his revolution.
We have to hurry.
Blaze nodded as Ulterion looked confused.
What is going...
Lumiex smacked the flint rocks together again, which caused a spark, which lit the trail of the gunpowder, which confused Ulterion.
Huh?
Lumiex threw the flint rocks into Ulterion's hand.
What the...
Lumiex shouted at Blaze. Blaze nodded.
Oui, Capitaine.
The two men ran off, which upset Ulterion.
Hey, what are you...
Ulterion saw the gunpowder trail burning towards the barrel hidden under the carriage.
Oh no,
Ulterion followed the burning gunpowder.
I have to stop this.
Almadriel and her entourage descended the stairs of the palace towards the carriage. The guards saw the carriage driver sleeping.
Get up, lazy pig swine.
The carriage driver is startled awake.
Oh, what? The lady wishes to take a carriage ride. Oh, so sorry, mademoiselle. I will... Does anyone hear this?
Ulterion ran after the burning trail of gunpowder. Ulterion looked ahead towards the carriage. He saw elves walking towards the carriage. Ulterion picked up the pace. Almadriel and her entourage stood at the steps while her guards shouted at the carriage driver.
Don't change the subject, lazy swine. I am not. I heard something and...
The carriage driver sniffed the air.
Something is burning. Get away from the carriage.
Everyone looked towards a crazy human charging towards them.
Who is that?
Probably one of those revolutionaries.
The guards signaled to some archers on the palace walls behind him.
Archers, ready your bows.
Ulterion ran towards the carriage screaming.
Get away from the carriage.
Ulterion stopped in his tracks as he saw the archers on the palace aim their bows at him. Ulterion waved his hands furiously.
Wait, you don't understand. You're in danger. Fuck.
The carriage exploded before the guard could give the explosion threw Ulterion back. The explosion sent Almadriel and her entourage flying backwards. Ulterion falls on his back on the ground. Almadriel and her entourage hit the ground. Ulterion tried to get up, but unconsciousness overcame him. Lumiex and the Revolution watched everything play out. Lumiex was angry.
Damn it. You were supposed to kill her.
Capitaine?
Lumiex shot an angry glare at the Revolution.
Go on.
it look like a hero?
Lumiex was curious. Ulterion came into consciousness to find he was no longer on the uncomfortable ground,
What the?
but on an uncomfortable cot in a prison cell.
Where am I?
He looked through the bars to see Almadrion's guard and an elven noble staring at him. He waved nervously.
Hello?
The elven noble continued to glare at Ulterion.
Bonjour.
Ulterion looked around his cell confused.
Why am I in a cell?
The elven noble smirked.
You don't have to stay.
Ulterion smiled.
Great,
The elven noble's smile faded into a very serious glare.
As soon as you tell me where my daughter is.
Ulterion's smile faded to a look of confusion and fear.
I'm sorry, what?
And meanwhile, at an abandoned winery, Almadriel awoke and looked around.
Where?
Almadriel found herself in an old wine cellar.
Oh my God! This place is disgusting.
Lumiex and the Revolution stood outside of the prisoner's cell, talking.
Great plan, Blase. But why did we kidnap this girl?
So we can ransom her, Captain. She will have to take us seriously.
Lumiex nodded.
That is brilliant. Glad I thought of it.
Blaze sneered.
Of course, monsieur.
Lumiex scratched his chin as a thought came to him.
The question is, what do we do with her when they meet our demands?
Blaze shrugged.
We could kill her.
Lumiex nodded and shrugged.
Sounds good to me.
Little did the two conspirators know that they had an audience as Almadriel listened with her ear to the door of the cell.
Oh my God!
A plan started to form in her mind. Lord Jakes, an elven noble and Almadriel's father, sat across from Ulterion with a bucket of water between them. Two elven guards held Ulterion by his arms. Lord Jakes smiled.
Are you thirsty, monsieur?
Ulterion looked at the bucket of water, then towards Lord Jakes.
Not really.
Lord Jakes nodded.
Oh, good.
Lord Jakes' smile disappeared.
Then tell me where my daughter is.
Ulterion shook his head.
I don't know.
Is that right?
Lord Jakes nodded to the guards. The guards nodded back. Ulterion was puzzled.
What are...
The two guards shoved Ulterion's head into the bucket of water. Ulterion struggled to get up, but was not strong enough to rebuke the two guards. And doing his best to force the water out of his mouth and nose. Before unconsciousness could take him, Lord Jakes shouted, "Hold him up!" And the guards pulled him up. Lord Jakes leaned forward and glared at Ulterion intensely.
Now, where is my daughter?
Ulterion gasped for air.
I don't know.
Lord Jakes shook his head. He looked to his guards.
Again.
The guards nodded. Ulterion shook his head furiously.
Please, wait, don't.
The guards dunked Ulterion's head back into the bucket. Blaze entered the cell to feed the prisoner. He had acquired some fancy bread and some water.
Mademoiselle, I have breakfast for you.
Almadriel's naked leg appeared from behind a barrel. Blaze was taken aback.
I brought you bread and water.
Almadriel pouted in a seductive manner.
No wine?
Sorry,
Blaze realized what was going on.
Wait, I mean, you take your bread and water.
Blaze shoved the bread and water into Almadriel's hands forcefully.
And I don't want to hear any complaints.
Almadriel kept up the seduction.
Oh my, you are so forceful and strong, monsieur.
Blaze looked at Almadriel in surprise.
Really?
Blaze shook his head and became strong again.
Eat your food and quiet yourself. We need to talk ransom with your father.
Blaze turned to walk away, but was cut off by Almadriel, who started feeling him up.
What do you mean by these?
What do you mean by... What do you mean?
Almadriel kissed Blaze's neck whilst hiding an iron.
Why do you need that, Lamak?
Lumet.
What?
His name is Lumet.
Almadriel looked at Blaze in confusion and annoyance.
What?
Almadriel shook her head.
Oh, never mind.
Almadriel went back to seduction.
Anyway, what I was getting at is why don't you talk to my father?
Blaze pointed to himself.
Me? I myself?
But of course, imagine with me.
Almadriel pulled Blaze close to her so that their cheeks were touching.
You turn in your friend and me.
She pointed between the two of them.
We'll have an alliance. Me, a princess, and you.
Almadriel gave Blaze's lips a kiss.
My hero.
Blaze stared into Almadriel's eyes.
What would be my prize?
Almadriel laughed demurely as she gave Blaze a kiss.
How about the taste?
Meanwhile, Ulterion was chained to a rack. Lord Jake sat in a chair facing Ulterion.
I think this will put the truth out of you.
Ulterion gave the Lord a puzzled look.
Pull the truth out? Is that even a saying? What does that even mean?
Lord Jake smiled.
I am glad you asked.
Lord Jake nodded to a guard who was operating a wheel. The guard nodded back and started pulling the wheel. And Ulterion felt himself being stretched.
I get it now.
I am glad you did. Now, where is my daughter?
The rack continued to stretch Ulterion.
I don't know.
Is that right?
Lord Jakes nodded to the guards again. The guard pulled the wheel again. Blaze and Almadriel lay together on the floor after some love making, at least for one of them.
Wow, that was amazing.
Almadriel rolled her eyes.
Yes, it was amazing.
Blase, did you feed the prisoner?
Ulterion was bent over a block with his back exposed. Lord Jake sat in front of him as two guards whipped him.
Where is my daughter?
I don't know.
A guard whipped Ulterion.
Ah!
Where is my daughter?
The other guard whipped Ulterion.
I'll tell you.
Lord Jakes nodded to the two guards. They backed away. He leaned closer to Ulterion.
Yes?
I don't know. I just wanted them to stop whipping me.
Lord Jakes just glared at Ulterion, then nodded to the guards who nodded back and went back to whipping Ulterion.
Ah! Ah!
Blaze managed to sneak out of the cell before Lumiex entered it. Lumiex shouted.
Princess, come here.
Almadriel came out of her hiding place, not wearing much, but surprised Lumiex. She gave him an innocent yet seductive look.
Yes?
Lumiex's eyes wandered over Almadriel's body. She smirked as she caught him doing so. He shook his head to compose himself.
I am going to open discussions with your father. Is there a message you wish me to convey?
Almadriel came closer to Lumiex.
You should tell him about the man I desire.
What?
Almadriel embraced Lumiex.
I am attracted to power and a man who could take me in broad daylight. Mostly powerful indeed.
Almadriel started caressing Lumiex.
I am very attracted to power.
Almadriel whispered into Lumiex's ear.
So is my father.
Lumiex looked at Almadriel with concern and interest.
Is that right?
Almadriel started kissing Lumiex's neck.
Something concerns me.
Lumiex slowly gave in to her.
Oh,
Your partner.
Lumiex sneered.
my subordinate?
Almadriel nodded nervously.
Of course. What concerns me about your subordinate doesn't seem too loyal.
You think so?
Almadriel looked around.
I wasn't going to say anything, but he tried to take advantage of me.
Lumiex was shocked.
What? I'll kill him. Then what should I do?
Almadriel went back to kissing Lumiex's neck.
When you return me to my father, we can take care of him here.
And you will be taking care of me?
Let me give you a taste.
Almadriel kissed Lumiex passionately. Ulterion is thrown back into his cell. As Lord Jakes glared at Ulterion.
I have some good news for you.
Ulterion painfully picked himself up off the floor to face Lord Jakes.
Good. I could use some good news.
We are done with interrogations.
Ulterion smiled.
That's great.
Because you are to be executed tomorrow.
Ulterion's smile faded as fast as it came.
That's less good.
Blaze and Lumiex stood outside of the cell, eyeing each other suspiciously.
Were you able to send the letter?
Yes. But I'm curious.
Oh?
I was curious as to why you couldn't join me instead.
Lumiex felt a twinge of fear from the comment, but remained calm. He had been conversing with the prisoner.
I was making sure the prisoner wasn't scheming. Speaking of which, did she say anything when you brought her home the food? I didn't see you for a while after that.
Blaze was taken aback, but remained calm.
I was hungry myself. Had to find food for me.
Is that so? What did you have?
Blaze started to sweat.
I had a bit of cheese.
Lumiex nodded with a sneer.
Fascinating.
The two men stood in uncomfortable silence. Lord Jakes was getting ready for bed when there was a knock on his door. Lord Jakes was annoyed.
What is it?
You have a letter, monsieur.
What?
Ulterion tried to get comfortable in his cell, as comfortable as anyone can be in a small cell, when Lord Jakes barged into the dungeon with a letter in his hand. Several guards followed him. Lord Jakes was not very happy as he shook the paper at Ulterion.
Explain this.
Ulterion looked from Lord Jakes to the paper and back to Lord Jakes.
This is a piece of paper.
Lord Jakes sneered.
Don't get wise with me, swine.
Me? Wise? Trying to save an elven princess got me in prison and tortured. I'm not wise at all.
Lord Jakes looked at Ulterion in confusion.
What was that?
I said I was trying to save your daughter.
Lord Jakes shook
Why didn't you tell me this?
You didn't ask.
Lord Jakes looked from Ulterion to the piece of paper in his hand, and then back to Ulterion.
Then who sent me this?
Ulterion shrugged.
I don't know,
Ulterion remembered the rude men he spoke to before the carriage blew up.
Wait.
Blaze walked with Almadriel. He had a dagger to her throat. He glared at Lumiex, who walked before them.
What do you plan to say?
Lumiex was nervous, but kept.
I was thinking that I go.
She's cool.
I'm sure you have.
What was that?
Blaze panicked.
I said, I'm sure you have because you are so smart.
Lumiex sneered at Blaze.
I'm sure you did.
They continued to walk in silence. Lord Jakes, Ulterion, and several guards marched down to the road in the middle of the night. Lord Jakes turned to talk to Ulterion.
You had better be right about this.
Ulterion was upset.
I didn't suggest anything. The paper told you to meet them.
Lord Jakes sneered at Ulterion.
Silence.
Ulterion shrank away.
Did.
Lord Jakes' group met Lumiex's group in a back alley. On looking on the Lord, Lumiex's eyes widened.
Father?
Almadriel looked towards Lumiex in shock and disgust. Blaze looked at Lumiex in shock.
Father?
Lord Jakes shook his head in disbelief.
Father?
Ulterion shrugged.
This seems like a private moment. I'll show myself out.
Ulterion tried to leave, but the guard pointed a crossbow at him.
Okay.
Ulterion remained in place as the family drama continued. Lumiex pointed his dagger at Lord Jakes.
Told me all about you. She had a portrait of you that I mesmerized. I knew that one day we would meet. I would have the pleasure of killing you myself. I've been waiting for this day.
Hold it right there.
Lumiex was surprised to find his friend pointing a dagger to his throat.
Blase, how dare you?
How dare I? How dare I? You convinced me you had a mission for those hurt by the system, and all I was to you was a childish revenge plot. How dare you?
You traitorous swine.
You light pig!
Both men stabbed each other in the stomach.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Both men fell over, dead. Everyone stared at the two dead men in awkward silence.
Is there any chance I can get some elfberry wine?
Everyone glared at Ulterion.
You know what? It can wait.
Ulterion got his bottle of elfberry wine and chased out of Franken's beans after his brief affair with the princess, and unknowingly helped her with a coup. But that's a story for another day. Ulterion found himself going down a deep, dark cave. He had checked his list and decided to go for the psychosis stem. The psychosis stem was a mushroom with mind-altering properties. The only place it could be found was deep underground, near the country of Grand Guidan de Oscuridad, home of the Drowtino. The Drowtino were elves that had dark purple skin compared to their elven brethren. who generally had paler features. Long ago, two elves lived together, but due to the high elves' intolerance of the lesser elves, and they were banished underground, the lesser elves, known as the Drowtino, despite being exiles themselves, didn't take too kindly to the upper folk. Ulterion was going to have to be careful. Ulterion had managed to make a torch. He made his way slowly through the cave, looking around in fear. It was quiet. Too quiet.
I hope this mushroom is close.
Ulterion's bracelet jewel flashed with a red light.
Not likely, Diddy. What?
Ulterion jumped up.
Ah! Would you stop?
We both know the answer, dear.
Did you want something?
Nope. Just haven't checked in for a while, dear.
Ulterion sneered.
Thanks.
Alright, boy. I'll throw you a bone here, then.
Ulterion was excited.
Really?
Yeah. The mushroom you're looking for, dear, can only be found in the outskirts of the Drowtino City, dear, then. What? You don't have even entered there.
Great. Finally. An easy ingredient.
Just watch for the giant spiders, dear, then. What?
Wait, what?
The bracelet went silent.
I should have figured.
Ulterion continued his trek deep underground.
How far is the city?
Ulterion heard something in the distance.
What is that?
Ulterion followed the music. Ulterion followed the music until he found himself in the outskirts of Grand Queen and Victoriadan. Ulterion was taken aback by how beautiful the city looked. He looked around.
It can't hurt for me to check it out.
Ulterion made his way towards the large city. Ulterion hid behind the first building he could find. He peeked around the corner to find an amazing sight. As beautiful Drowtino women danced through the streets in multicolored flowing dresses, and handsome Drowtino men played lutes, drums, and horned instruments in dark clothes with bright stones. Everyone was wearing ornate masks that showed various monsters, but in a surprisingly beautiful way. Ulterion smiled.
Wow.
Ulterion found himself walking towards a parade. He caught himself.
Wait. What am I doing?
Ulterion went back to hide behind the building.
The Drowtino hates surface people. It would kill me on sight.
Ulterion peeked around the corner again.
I need to find a disguise.
Ulterion saw a Drowtino man on the side of the road, a stand full of costume pieces.
Costume pieces. Get your costume pieces.
Ulterion smiled.
There we go.
The Drowtino man continued to shout.
Best costume pieces in town.
Without noticing Ulterion sneaking some costume pieces away. As the Drowtino partygoers enjoyed themselves, they didn't notice the human stranger partying amongst them. Ulterion danced amongst the Drowtino. He wasn't much of a dancer, but nobody seemed to notice or care. He was having a great time. Until he bumped into a Drowtino dancer. Ulterion found himself looking at one of the most beautiful women he had ever seen. She wore makeup in the form of a skull, but instead of all of it being white, there were sections.
blue, red, and green. The light from the fluorescent stones and fungus used to light up the city reflected off her makeup and the hints of her dark purple skin underneath. Her dress made golds and silver sparkled like stars. She glared at Ulterion.
Who are you?
Ulterion shook his head to get out of his stupor.
What?
The Drowtino continued to glare at Ulterion.
I said, who are you, Mr. Ogre?
Ulterion stared at her in confusion.
Mr. Ogre?
The Drowtino rolled her eyes as she pointed at Ulterion's mask. He touched it to find that it was, indeed, an ogre mask.
Oh, so I am.
The Drowtino continued to glare at Ulterion.
Oh, right. My name. It's Ulterion.
Ulterion caught himself.
Eo. Ulterion Eo.
The Drowtino sneered.
Ulterion?
Ulterion nodded with a smile, screwing his head about how students covered in secret.
Well, Ulterion, you should watch what you are doing.
Ulterion shrugged.
Sorry. It's just so crowded tonight.
The Drowtino shook her head.
Oh no, that won't do, senor.
Ulterion looked concerned.
It's not.
No,
The Drowtino smiled demurely.
you need to make it up to me.
Ulterion smiled as he realized where this interaction was going.
Oh.
The Drowtina, Catalina, and Ulterion had found themselves in the nap, passionately kissing each other. During their passionate exchange, Catalina knocked off Ulterion's mask, revealing his human face. Catalina was shocked.
A homino!
Ulterion smiled.
Did I forget to mention that?
Catalina went into a panic.
Guards! Guards!
Ulterion sighed
Damn it.
and ran off. Ulterion ran through the parade, forgetting that he didn't have his mask. Partygoers stared at Ulterion in shock. Ulterion ran into a nearby alley.
They won't find me here.
Ulterion heard someone clear their throat. Ulterion slowly turned his head deeper into the alley to see a group of Drowtino guards. Their leader waved.
Hola.
Ulterion waved back with a nervous smile on his face.
Hello.
Ulterion ran down a cave corridor, with the Drowtino guards running after him. Ulterion ran into a very dark corridor. He looked back to see the guards stopping and looking towards him in horror.
Fall back, men. We don't want to deal with the Urania Gigante.
The guards ran back towards the city. Ulterion smiled.
I guess I'm safe now.
Ulterion's feeling of reprieve were quickly ended when he heard something behind him. Ulterion didn't have to look behind him to know what he was dealing with.
Oh, right. The giant spiders.
Ulterion ran from the giant spider. Ulterion ran. But stopped when he almost fell into a chasm. Ulterion looked down into the dark chasm with seemingly no bottom. He looked back to see the giant spider still coming after him.
Oh no.
Ulterion looked around frantically. He looked up to see a large stalactite.
There we go.
The giant spider came up to the chasm. And found that its prey was gone. Ulterion hung from the stalactite and watched the giant spider wander off. He breathed a sigh of relief. As he tried to climb down, he kicked a rock loose. And, to his horror, the rock hit the ground, which got the giant spider's attention. The giant spider looked back to see Ulterion on the stalactite. He laughed nervously.
Hello?
The giant spider stared up at Ulterion. Ulterion began to get cocky.
Ha! Can't get me up here.
The giant spider started climbing the wall to the ceiling. Much to the renewed horror of Ulterion.
Oh, right. It's a spider.
The giant spider climbed to the ceiling and charged towards Ulterion. Who whimpered as he faced his demise. Until a gargantuan tongue shot up out from the darkness and slammed into the giant spider, crushing it and taking it back down into the dark chasm. Ulterion sat on the stalactite. Although he was grateful for his rescue, Ulterion wasn't really excited to meet his hero, so he decided he would get his ingredient and leave. Ulterion had accidentally sampled the last ingredient and hallucinated. Well, he found a gargantuan groundworm. They really don't have any faces, but that's a story for another day. Ulterion crawled through a tunnel, unsure of how he got there. Luckily, he had found a luminescent stone he could use to see in the darkness.
I hope there's an end to this.
Ulterion continued to crawl. He saw a light in the distance. He smiled.
Finally, an opening.
Ulterion found himself above ground. He smiled.
Thank goodness.
Ulterion took a deep breath.
Fresh air.
Ulterion trekked for a while, until he found a village.
A village?
Ulterion ran, practically skipped to the village.
Finally, everything's coming up roses.
Ulterion ran into the town with a big smile on his face, which faded as he found no one.
Ulterion wandered through the village, trying to find any form of life.
Hello? Anyone? Anyone at all?
Ulterion wandered into an inn and found nobody. He scratched his head.
Can't believe no one is in here. Having an ale. Hell, I could use some ale.
Ulterion looked around.
Guess I could help myself.
Ulterion had helped himself to a few ales and was about to have one more. He drank.
No ale tastes better than free.
He was about to take another swig. An axe cut through his mug and embedded itself in the wall next to him. He put up his hands in fear.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'll pay for the ale.
Ulterion looked in the direction the axe came from.
Huh?
And found no one.
Who threw the...
Ulterion's heart filled with fear as he heard the axe begin shifting. He turned around to find the axe loosening itself from the wall.
What the?
The axe pulled itself free from the wall, turning the blade to face Ulterion. All he could do was stare in shock at the wall. As the axe started spinning towards him.
Oh my god.
Ulterion ran out of the inn. He stopped in his tracks. As two daggers flew towards him, he ducked before they could stab him. Ulterion stood up and continued to run. Ulterion ran round the corner. He thought he'd got away from the axe and the daggers, but he did. However, he found a spear flying towards him.
Oh, come on.
Ulterion jumped back before the spear could hit him. Ulterion ran off. Ulterion ran around another corner and stopped at a horrifying sight.
You got to be kidding me.
Ulterion found himself facing a variety of flying weapons. The weapons flew towards Ulterion. Ulterion ran through the town. But all the running was taking its toll. And Ulterion wouldn't be able to keep going.
Comrade!
Ulterion looked around for the source of the voice.
Who said that?
Ulterion looked over to see a dwarf peeking his head out of the ground. He shook his head in disbelief.
Now I'm hallucinating.
The dwarf gestured angrily.
Get over here!
Ulterion shrugged.
Hallucination or no?
Ulterion looked back to see the weapon still flying after him.
It's better than dealing with those.
Ulterion ran towards the hallucination. Ulterion jumped into the hole. It started crawling frantically as the dwarf shouted.
Go! Get in!
The dwarf poked his head out of the hole. He looked on in horror as the weapons flew towards him. The dwarf quickly pulled the hatch closed, just before the weapons could hit him. Ulterion and the dwarf continued to crawl into the tunnel. Ulterion looked back at the dwarf.
Thanks for helping me.
The dwarf smiled.
It was nothing, really.
Ulterion and the dwarf continued to crawl through the tunnel, and the silence was driving Ulterion crazy.
So, what is your name?
Dimitri.
Nice to meet you.
Ulterion was a bit disappointed to not get a conversation. After some crawling, Ulterion asked the obvious question.
So why are the weapons alive?
Dimitri looked ashamed.
It is a shameful thing, but I do not wish to discuss it.
That's
It started 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I was the village's weaponsmith. And it was a normal day until he came.
Homefoot.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay. Anyway, I greet the strange human as I greet all potential customers. Greetings, stranger. What can I be doing for you? I got some work for you here. This stranger gave me a feeling of strange. Gave me a...
So you didn't make the axe?
Actually, I did.
What? Why?
The dark stranger pulled out this dark metal from his robes. Can you make it out of this, idiot? What? And once my eyes were seeing the dark metal, I knew I had to work with it. I composed myself. I can work with that.
You took the job.
I'm afraid I did. As a metal smith, you jump at the chance for hammering the metal. Watching it heat up. Quenching and hammering it again. Shaping it into something beautiful.
How long is this tunnel?
What?
Nothing. Continue with your story.
Okay. After I had completed the axe, I marveled. This is my greatest creation.
How far are we going?
We'll be there soon. Anyway, the dark stranger returned. Do you have my axe? Did it work? I presented the axe to him, beaming with pride. Here you be going, sir. My finest work. I gave him the axe. He took it with a smirk and a nod. Thanks, dear boy. He began to walk off, which was concerning to me. I yelled after him. Excuse me, sir? The dark stranger stopped, looked back at me. Yeah? You started walking away without paying. Did I hit him? What? You did. The dark stranger stared at me for a moment. He waved to me with a sly smile on his face. Well, I did him. What? He proceeded to walk away, which angered me. Hey! He stopped again to look at me. I started yelling at him. You need to pay. He shook his head and sighed. Just take the loss, boy. I held out my hand, expecting him to give back my axe. You should be taking your own advice. Now, hand it back. The dark figure just laughed at me. All right. Here's your axe, hit him. What? He snapped his fingers and let go of the axe. I was horrified to find it did not fall, but floated in the air. I was more horrified when it flew toward me. Ah! That bastard had brought all my weapons to life. Terrorists. And my village. Ulterions continue to crawl. The feeling of sadness and guilt is in a direct line of communication with the bastard.
I'm sorry that happened.
Ulterion's ruby bracelet glowed as Boomvroomburgian's voice came from it. Dimitri flashed an angry glare at Ulterion. Are you laughing at me? Ulterion gave Dimitri a nervous smile.
Sorry. Your story made me think of a funny situation that happened to me. It wasn't about you.
Dimitri gave Ulterion a dubious look. Ulterion returned with a nervous smile. Dimitri shrugged, but he couldn't call it position. Okay. Ulterion relaxed, knowing the dwarf was not. My abode is just up ahead. Dimitri led Ulterion into a small living space. Ulterion was excited. Dimitri smiled at his guests as he stood up. We are home. Feel free to be stretching your legs.
Finally.
Ulterion stood up and
Ow!
proceeded to hit his head on the ceiling. Dimitri winced. Right. I forgot how tall you want. Sorry. Ulterion crouched as he rubbed his painful head.
It's fine.
Dimitri led Ulterion to a small bedroom. Here is the guest. Ulterion stared at the room that seemed too small for him. He stared at the bed that was really too small for him. He's forced to smile.
It looks comfortable.
Dimitri shrugged. Again, I used to dwarven guests. Ulterion tried his best to sleep in the tiny dwarf bed, but to little avail. Ulterion stared at the ceiling when a realization came to him.
Of course. Why didn't I think of it before?
Ulterion addressed his bracelet.
Bonefoot.
Ulterion waited for a moment, and another moment, and another moment. Ulterion didn't know how much time passed, but he gathered it was quite a bit.
I should have figured.
Hey there, boy.
Huh.
Ulterion was going to yell at Bonefoot for startling him, but he knew the wizard didn't care. He decided to skip it.
I'm sure you heard the dwarf's story.
I remember that, Danny. What? That was hilarious. Ulterion sneered at the bracelet.
Yeah, really funny. Anyway, can you end this curse?
I could, dear. What? I don't want to here, boy. Ulterion shrugged.
Well, I'm supposed to get the Potaton, aren't I?
True, dear.
Well, how can I get it with all the weapons flying around?
Not sure how that's my concern here, dear.
I mean, it kinda does. Well?
I'm thinking here, dear, what? There was an uncomfortable silence. Let me think on it here, dear. What?
All right, how long do you think that'll take?
Ulterion was met with silence.
That's what I thought you'd say.
A few days passed. You're eating all the mushrooms! And the two men,
I'm bigger than you. I need to eat more.
were driving. And I have to be covering more. Do you know how hard that is? Each other mad. Ulterion went to bed angry.
I can't take it anymore.
Ulterion looked around before talking into his bracelet.
Bonefoot, are you there?
Ulterion waited a few minutes. What is it, boy? Ulterion winced. He composed himself and talked into his bracelet.
Did you consider my request?
What request here, dear? What?
Stopping the flying weapons.
Oh, I stopped that days ago here, dear. What? Ulterion stared at the bracelet with wide eyes.
What? You...
Who are you talking to? Ulterion panicked.
I had a bad dream.
Well, be keeping it down. I have to sleep so that I can be collecting mushroom for both of us. Ulterion winced.
Sorry.
Ulterion brought his attention back to his bracelet.
Why didn't you tell me you stopped the flying weapons?
Why didn't you ask again, Daddy, or what?
I should have thought of that.
The next day, Ulterion led Dimitri through the tunnel. What are you showing?
Come on, I have to show you something. It's a surprise.
Ulterion lifted up the hatch, popped his head out of the ground. Dimitri panicked. What are you doing? You'll lose your head! Ulterion shouted back to Dimitri.
It's fine. I have it on good authority that I will be safe.
Ulterion looked around nervously.
I hope you didn't lie to me, Bonefoot.
Dimitri looked at Ulterion, at least his backside, suspiciously. What authority is telling you this? Ulterion panicked.
I'm going to explore.
Ulterion slowly tiptoed around the town. Quickly ducked around a corner and braced for anything to come at him. After a moment, he found nothing coming at him.
Bonefoot pulled through.
Look out! Ulterion ducked and covered his head with his arms. He got out of that position when he heard Bonefoot laughing. Ulterion sneered.
Really funny, Bonefoot.
Ulterion continued to investigate the village.
Everything seems to be fine. Bonefoot kept his word. I guess I should go tell Dimitri.
Ulterion looked around as a thought came to him.
After?
Ulterion was guzzling ale.
Nothing tastes better than free ale.
Eventually, after a few free drinks, Ulterion went back and told Dimitri that the danger was over. In his excitement, he found the other villagers and told them the good news. Dwarven villagers returned to their village and went back to their lives. Ulterion was leaving the village when he actually ran into Dimitri with a large pack and several bags hanging off.
Where are you going?
After being cooped up in the hole for so long, I feel I need to be moving on. Ulterion nodded.
I feel that. Say,
No.
you want to travel?
Both men broke into laughter.
No.
Ulterion held out his hand.
It was nice knowing you, Dimitri.
Dimitri looked at Ulterion's hand. He looked up at Ulterion, smiled, grabbed the human's hand, and shook it vigorously. Likewise. Ulterion laughed as he shook the dwarf's hand.
I hope I never see you again.
Dimitri laughed back. Eternity would be too soon. Both men laughed, although they meant what they said. They walked in opposite directions, waiting to
Goodbye.
be taking care of yourself. Dimitri stopped. The realization came. He turned and shouted after him. Hey! Ulterion stopped walking and turned back.
Yes?
How did you know about the weapons? Ulterion thought he would confess.
Who's been drinking my ale?
Ulterion panicked.
Would you look at the time? Gotta go.
Ulterion ran off. Ulterion had forgotten to grab the Potaton when he left Pintor, land of the hill dwarves. On his journey back, he did find the Potaton and a party of orc bandits, but that's a story for now. Ulterion was thrown to the floor of a mansion by two orcs. Ulterion tried to pick himself up.
Listen, I don't know what you were doing in Venmo, and I don't.
But the orc boot caught him in the back and pushed him into a kneeling position.
Kneel before the dawn.
Ulterion looked up to find himself staring at a familiar face. Standing over Ulterion was Don Parmesan. He was an older, rotund orc man wearing the finest black robes. Ulterion had done business with the Don a year or two ago. Ulterion didn't remember that the business didn't end well, at least not for the Don. Good evening, Ulterion.
Hello?
Don Parmesan glared down at Ulterion. Thirsty? Ulterion looked at him in confusion.
Yes?
The Don smirked. How do you feel about fish? Ulterion looked up at the Don in horror. When orc crime lords ask about fish, it usually means someone is found in a lake, or a river, or any body of water. Basically, they drown. Ulterion was pleasantly surprised to find himself at a table eating a fish dinner instead of sleeping with the fishers. Thanks for the meal. The Don sat across from Ulterion, smiling, nodding. Glad you like it. I made it myself. Ulterion stopped chewing as he stared at the Don while dropping his fork. The Don gave Ulterion a dubious look. If I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't use poison, and it would have been done by now. Ulterion swallowed the last bite he took. Ulterion smiled nervously, not thinking about the fish in his teeth.
Thanks, but I have to ask, why the hospitality?
The Don's face became serious.
Not that I don't appreciate it, of course.
The last time I used your services, you caused me a lot of gold. Ulterion nodded.
I have to repeat my question.
I'm getting there. Don't interrupt. Ulterion silenced himself. Despite our misunderstandings, you're one of the best negotiators I know. That's why I have a job for you. Ulterion was taken aback.
Really? How much?
The Don glared at Ulterion. Forgiveness of transgressions.
That sounds like a good payment.
The Don smiled. I thought it might be. Ulterion went out into the orcish city of Drowtino, one of Ortalian's major cities. His job was to send a message to Don Parmesan's rival, Don Ravioli. They had been fighting for years. Don Parmesan wanted a broken peace. At least that's what he told Ulterion. Ulterion didn't really care. He wanted to finish his courier job half his dead and get the orc rules. Big item on his list. Ulterion made his way through the crowded streets. Ulterion, getting tired of getting bumped by civilians, civil would be the last word to describe it, so he ducked into a nearby alley. He figured it was a shortcut. Ulterion walked down the dark alley and was taken aback about how silent it got.
I'm regretting my choice.
There was a sudden noise. It got Ulterion's attention. He spun round to see rats playing in the garbage that littered the alley.
I have to be less jumpy.
Ulterion turned to find himself staring into the face of an orc thug. You have a message for Don Ravioli? Ulterion jumped back a bit.
Where did you come from?
The orc thug smiled. Forget about it. More orc thugs seemed to appear out of the shadows behind the first orc thug. Just hand over the message. Ulterion eyed the orc bandits suspiciously.
Do you work for Don Ravioli?
Like I said, the orc thug's smile disappeared. Forget about it. Ulterion continued to back away.
I think I'm supposed to deliver this letter to Don myself. Thank you for your help, though. Goodbye.
Ulterion turned to run, but ran into another orc thug.
Where are all of you coming from?
The orc thug leader reached out his hand. Hand over the message. Ulterion watched the orc thugs close in. His mind grasped for any solution that would get him out of this. As he was about to give the orc thug leader the message, someone shouted, "Leave him alone." The orc thugs turned around to see a half dressed in red clothes with a red cape. He glared at the orc thug leader. "Let him do his job." The orc thug leader looked to his fellows. "Buddy, you need to mind your own business." The half-orc unsheathed a rapier and pointed it towards the orc thug leader. This is very much my business.
The orc thug leader shakes his hand.
My friend,
The orc thugs unsheathe their weapons.
you will regret this.
The half-orc sneered.
You must be a thief.
The half-orc got into a defensive stance with his sword.
You stole the words right out of my mouth.
The orc thug leader pointed at the half-orc.
Get him.
The orc thugs charged towards the half-orc and engaged in combat with the stranger. Since no one was paying attention to Ulterion, he slowly backed away.
I'll see myself out.
Ulterion ran down the street. He didn't know where he was going, but he knew he needed to get far away. Ulterion ran into an alley and leaned against a wall like a spider.
I think I lost them.
Ulterion turned to find a muscular orc man standing in front of him.
Who are...
The orc clamped his hand on Ulterion's mouth.
Quiet.
Ulterion tried to talk, but he couldn't through the orc's meaty hand. The orc looked around, then whispered to Ulterion.
I'm here to help you.
The orc grabbed Ulterion's arm and dragged him away.
Let's go.
The orc and Ulterion found their way to an abandoned restaurant. After they entered, the orc slammed the door behind them.
We should be safe here.
Ulterion fights to catch his breath.
Thanks, by the way. Who are you?
Ulterion's new orc friend moved old furniture against the windows. As he addressed Ulterion.
My name is Julian.
Nice to meet you. Do you know the half-orc?
His name is Drowtino. We're working together.
So he's your friend?
Julian looked a bit nervous.
Something like
Ulterion plopped himself into an old chair.
that. So, what's the plan now?
Julian shrugged.
we wait.
Ulterion shrugged.
Sounds good. I could use the rest.
Ulterion was about to close his eyes, then a thought came to him.
Say, I don't know why you're helping me, but I'm going to take a nap. Could you not kill me while I sleep?
Julian smirked.
Now while you sleep.
Ulterion smiled.
Thanks,
Ulterion's look went from a smile to a suspicious glare.
I think.
Ulterion delivered the letter to Don Ravioli.
Thank you, my boy. Hey.
Don Ravioli suddenly grasped his chest. Ulterion looked on with concern.
Sir, are you?
Don Ravioli sank to his knees. Then fell to his side, dead.
Oh my god.
Ulterion looked around to find all of the Don's men. One orc thug shouted.
Ulterion was the last to touch the dawn. That means he's the new dawn.
Ulterion looked around in confusion.
What?
It is the dawn of a new dawn. All hail Dawn Ulterion.
All the orc thugs kneeled.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Ulterion lashed in praise
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
until he heard.
Oh my god, Antonio.
The voice filled the room, though it seemed Ulterion was the only one who heard it.
Huh?
Ulterion awoke to find Julian carrying an injured Rotonio.
He's hurt.
Ulterion panicked.
Oh my god.
The wounded Rotonio lay on a table holding his bleeding side. Julian held his hand.
I told you not to take all those men by yourself, you dummy.
Rotonio smiled weakly up at Julian.
I needed to protect you. To protect us. Julian smiled, his eyes welling up with tears.
Plan don't work if you die, genius.
Antonio tenderly caressed Julian's cheek.
Your face is the last thing I see.
Julian shook his head in defiance.
Hey, don't you talk like that. We're going to help you. Don't you dare die on me.
Antonio looked into Julian's eyes.
I love you.
Julian smiled and shook his head.
I love you too, you dum-dum.
The two men shared a deep kiss. Ulterion watched in surprise.
Oh,
The two orcish men stopped their kiss and looked at Ulterion in surprise.
I've seen close friendships, but nothing like that.
Julian smiled nervously.
To be honest, I forgot you were here.
Ulterion shrugged and nodded.
Understandable. You were distracted.
Ulterion looked at Rotanio with concern.
Is he all right?
Julian looked to Rotanio, grim.
I don't know.
Julian looked to Ulterion in desperation.
Is there anything you could do?
Ulterion looked from Julian to Rotanio, and Julian, then back to Rotanio, in desperation himself.
I think so.
Julian's face lit up with a smile.
Really?
Yes, through my travels I've learned to dress wounds.
You serious?
Of course. I've made a few enemies through my life. I've had to be able to help myself.
Great.
Julian gestured towards Rotanio.
Get to work.
Ulterion looked from Julian to Rotanio and panicked.
What? Oh, right.
Ulterion looked around frantically. Ulterion and Julian managed to find a bit of needle and thread. Ulterion sewed Rotanio's wound.
Ow!
Sorry.
Ow!
Sorry. Sorry.
Rotanio slept on his makeshift table bed as Julian and Ulterion watched.
I wish I could sleep like that.
Julian smiled.
Yeah, I can do without the snoring.
Julian looked to Ulterion.
How many wounds have you patched up?
Ulterion pointed to Rotanio.
Including him?
Julian nodded.
Yeah.
Ulterion looked away sheepishly.
One.
Julian stared at Ulterion in shock.
What?
Ulterion shrugged.
If I told you the truth, I thought you might kill me or something.
Julian was about to reprimand Ulterion. Then he thought about it.
That's actually fair.
Rotanio eventually awoke. Julian hugged his friend.
I'm glad you're okay.
Rotanio grimaced in pain.
Not so tight. I'm not that okay.
Julian let go of his lover.
Oh, sorry.
Rotanio painfully picked himself up from his bed and looked towards Ulterion.
Thanks for the help.
Ulterion shrugged.
Don't worry about it.
I have to ask you another favor.
What is it?
Rotanio held out his hand.
Give me the message.
Ulterion backed away in fear.
Whoa. Come on, fellas. I just helped you out.
Rotanio shook his head.
Don't understand. I know what the message is.
What?
It's a letter from my father brokering peace with Julian's father. Through marriage.
Ulterion nodded and shrugged.
I knew about the peace thing, but not the marriage. Wait. If you're the sons of Dons, then you two could get married.
Julian and Rotanio looked at each other nervously, then back at Ulterion.
Yeah, about that.
My dad's a more traditional.
Ulterion looked at the two men curiously.
Traditional? What does that... Oh...
Julian and Rotanio nodded.
It turns out two sons can't produce an heir.
They want him to marry my sister.
Ulterion scratched his head.
Couldn't you just fake the wedding?
We thought about that, but I couldn't do that to my sister. She deserves someone she actually loves.
Plus, we want to leave this life.
Who are the orc thugs trying to kill you?
Those were Don Aoli's men. They want our families to keep fighting while he slowly takes over under our father's noses.
I see.
Ulterion rubbed his chin as he thought. He smiled as a plan came to him.
Then I guess you two have to die.
Julian and Antonio looked at each other in shock. Don Ravioli sat at his dinner table eating pasta. When an orc thug walked in,
Boss, there's someone here to see you.
Don Ravioli rolled his eyes.
Can it wait till I'm done eating?
Ulterion burst into the room, looking beat up and bloody.
It can't.
Ulterion fell to the floor unconscious. Ulterion woke up in a luxury bed. Looked around the luxury room with a smile.
This place is great. Almost worth the beating I had those two give me.
Ulterion was assisted into Don Ravioli's meeting hall. Don was in a somber mood.
Thank you for bringing me this message. It is a shame that you couldn't save my son.
I'm sorry I couldn't save Don Parmesan's son either.
There are only two things I can do for my late son now. I will broker peace between me and Don Parmesan.
Don Ravioli looked to the ceiling and shook his fist.
I will get my revenge on Don Aioli.
Ulterion smiled nervously.
Sounds good, Don Ravioli. Quick question. Can I get some orc noodles?
Don Ravioli gave Ulterion a puzzled look.
Huh?
Ulterion walked through a street in the city. When he was sure no one was watching, he ducked into an alley. Ulterion walked through the alley until he heard someone call for him.
Hey,
Two hooded figures came towards Ulterion. He laughed nervously.
Fellows, let's relax.
The hooded figures drew closer.
Don't worry, no one saw me.
Both hooded figures gave signs of relief as they took off their hoods, revealing them to be Julian and Rotonio.
Thank goodness.
Julian grabbed Ulterion's hand and shook it furiously.
I can't thank you enough.
Ulterion pulled his hand away and rubbed his shoulders.
Careful. You guys did a number on me.
Both orcish men laughed nervously.
We had to make it believable.
I know.
Ulterion rubbed his bruised chin.
But you didn't have to make it that believable.
I'm sad that my father thinks I'm dead.
Ulterion shrugged.
That is sad, but you two can start a new life and be together.
Rotonio and Julian held each other's hands and looked deep into each other's eyes.
we must have died.
And gone to heaven.
The orcish men kissed each other passionately on the mouth. Ulterion watched with a smile.
Aww, that's so cute.
The orcish men's kiss grew more passionate, which made Ulterion uncomfortable.
I'll leave you two alone.
Ulterion backed away. Ulterion had found himself in a desert as he escaped a band of orc thugs chasing him. They were chased off when a giant sandworm came out and ate Ulterion. But that's a story for another day.
Sir? Sir?
Ulterion's eyes opened. As the world came into focus, he saw a small face staring down at him. It was a small woman. At first he thought she was a little girl, but upon closer look he found she was an adult gnome.
Are you all right?
Ulterion looked around, confused.
Yes, surprisingly, for someone eaten by a sandworm. Where am...
Ulterion tried to get up, but found he was chained to the ground.
What is this?
The gnomish girl, woman, laughed nervously.
Well, you're a tall person, so we didn't want you getting up too fast and hitting your head on the ceiling.
Ulterion nodded and shrugged as well as someone chained down could shrug.
Makes sense.
The gnomish woman looked away sheepishly.
Also, you're our prisoner.
Ulterion tried to get up as the news shocked him,
What?
but quickly remembered the chains.
It's nothing personal. It's just that you're human.
That doesn't make it better.
The gnomish woman reached for a sword at her side. She struggled with her poorly put-on armor as she did so.
Don't harm me or I will have to put you down.
Ulterion brandished his chains.
How?
The gnome woman was frantic.
I have to check on something. I will bring you food.
The gnome woman ran off. Ulterion yelled after the gnome woman.
Wait! I have so many questions. Where am I? Who are you? What's going...
Ulterion tried fighting his bonds,
Ugh.
but to no avail.
Why do I keep getting myself in these situations?
Ulterion schemed and planned and thought of any possible thing he could do. What he decided on was a nap. The gnome woman, Harriet, was in the kitchen. Stress cooking.
Do I have enough eggs?
It's all she could think of to do. She was hired as cook, not a guard after all. But there were no guards left because she shook her head to get the thought out of her mind.
I hope he likes eggs.
Ulterion was sleeping until the scent hit his nostrils. He awoke with a smile on his face.
Is that eggs?
Harriet made her way down a corridor with a plate of food shaking in her hands. Her armor was uncomfortable, probably due to it not being her armor. She had taken it off a dead guard. One of the victims of... She shook her head as if that would rid her of the grisly memory.
No, we're not going to think about that.
Harriet continued to walk while trying to compose herself, and failing. Ulterion propped his head up as best he could, with a smile on his face.
Smells like breakfast. Or lunch. Or dinner.
Ulterion shook his head.
Whatever, I'm hungry.
Suddenly, Ulterion heard a noise.
Huh?
Ulterion looked up as best he could.
Hello?
Ulterion could only make out a small, dark figure in the corner of his cell.
Hi there. Say, do you work with the gnome lady?
The shadowy figure just stared.
Okay. Well, could you take these chains off me? They seem excessive.
The shadowy figure just continued to stare at Ulterion. Ulterion was getting uncomfortable.
Not a talkative fellow, are you?
The shadowy figure started to move forward. Ulterion grew more uncomfortable. His discomfort was becoming fear as the dark figure moved closer.
Hey, what are you doing? Get away!
Harriet continued her trek down the corridor, thinking that it was getting longer every day.
I need to exercise more.
She heard something in the distance.
Oh no! They've got him.
Harriet dropped the plate, drew her sword, and charged towards her prisoner.
Leave him alone, you monsters!
Ulterion stared in horror as the figure drew closer. Ulterion fought against his chains as hard as he could, but it was useless.
Go away! Leave me alone! Stop!
The dark figure reached a claw towards Ulterion.
Get away from him!
The figure looked towards something Ulterion couldn't see. It hissed and snarled before running off. The gnome guard ran into Ulterion's vision, giving him a look of concern.
Are you all right?
Ulterion shrugged.
Me? I'm fine.
Ulterion grew angry.
Just covered in chains and had to deal with something trying to eat me.
Harriet sighed
Oh,
and sheathed her sword.
are you hungry?
Ulterion stared at Harriet in shock. However, he was hungry. Ulterion leaned over the kitchen, eating voraciously. Some of the leaning was due to the cramped space and him being incredibly hungry. He barely heard Harriet talking.
There was 50 of us to run this thing.
Ulterion looked at Harriet curiously.
Where's everyone?
Harriet wiped away the wayward bit of egg that Ulterion spit onto her forehead.
Many are dead. The others, well, I don't know what happened, but they are not where they should be.
Ulterion looked around as he swallowed.
Not to offend, but why didn't you prevent it? Aren't you a guard?
Oh, I would be offended if I was a god, but no. I am the cook.
Ulterion looked surprised.
I'm surprised a cook is running this whole facility. Here's a question. Why don't you just leave?
Harriet shook her head.
It's not that easy. This place is on autopilot.
Ulterion nodded.
Oh, what's autopilot?
That's when something pilots itself.
Ulterion nodded again.
Ah, I see. What's pilot?
Harriet shook her head.
Do you remember what happened after the sandworm ate you?
I
A realization came to Ulterion.
actually don't remember escaping.
Harriet glared at Ulterion.
That's because you didn't.
The sandworm burrowed through the dirt and rock, with no real direction. Ulterion shook his head in disbelief.
How come I don't feel it moving?
That's a good question.
Ulterion stared at Harriet. She shrugged.
May I remind you that I'm the cook?
Right, you mentioned. Why are you by yourself in this
Ulterion tried to find a good word, but what he came up with was...
thing?
It started about 2 months ago. I think it was 2 months. It's hard to tell time underground. Anyway, my people were getting upset about the droves of non-gnomes coming into our lands. My people didn't know what to do, until they heard of a giant creature roaming the desert outside our land, the Sandworm. Several soldiers were sent out to find the Sandworm, but to no avail. So the higher-ups decided that if they couldn't find the myth, they would make the myth. It took a few months to make our Sandworm, but once it was done, a team of 51 gnomes, 10 pilots, 10 engineers, 2 doctors, 8 nursemaids, 20 guards, and 1 cook, me, of course, we traveled around the perimeter of our country. The engineers did routine maintenance. The pilots kept the beast on track. The doctors and nurses attended to the sick.
Say ah for me. Ah. Thank you.
I, of course, prepared the meals, and the guards would patrol through the creature. And everything ran smoothly until a guard disappeared. And another guard disappeared. And another. And another. I was delivering food to one of the guards. When I found her, at least what was left of her, I ran into the pilot quarters to tell them what was going on. Help! Someone is... but found no one. I ran to the maintenance area to warn the engineers. The pilots are... but the engineers were missing too. I ran to the medical bay to tell the doctors and nurses. I need help! But no one was there either.
Harriet hung her head in sadness.
I looked all over the beast, but couldn't find anyone. But I caught glimpses of them.
Ulterion looked concerned,
Them?
as if on cue, the two heard noises. Ulterion and Harriet looked at each other.
Run!
Ulterion and Harriet ran down a corridor. Ulterion not so much, since he was too tall. Ulterion looked back and gasped as he saw small creatures with razor-sharp teeth and claws with thin, scaly white bodies chasing after him. Ulterion looked to Harriet in horror.
What are those things?
Harriet talked to Ulterion without bothering to look back to him.
Those are gremlins. They like destroying technology.
I'm not technology.
They like destroying things in general.
Good to know. Run faster.
Ulterion and Harriet made their way into the pilot quarters. Ulterion slammed the door behind him.
This is the pilot quarters. This will allow us to control the Sandworm.
Great. Is there something here that we can use against the gremlins?
Harriet shrugged.
Possibly.
Do you know how to operate this thing?
Harriet stared at Ulterion.
I'm a cook.
Should have known.
The gremlins attacked the door. Ulterion watched the door in horror.
Whatever you're going to do it now.
Harriet nodded. The gremlins continued to attack the door, and they were slowly tearing through it. Ulterion watched as the door was slowly being broken down.
We need to hurry.
Harriet frantically pushes the buttons and pulls levers.
Yelling at me will not make me know what I'm doing.
The gremlins continued their assault on the door. Ulterion watched the door slowly crack and tear open. Ulterion looked around frantically. He found a large wrench.
Any port in a storm.
Ulterion picked up the wrench and brandished his weapon for the coming assault. The gremlins continued their attack on the door and created a sizable hole to see their prey. Ulterion started to see the creatures create holes and peeking through them. Ulterion tried to threaten them with his weapon. I emphasize trying, since Ulterion was shaking from fear.
Harriet, please do something now.
Harriet continued to push buttons and pull levers.
I'm trying.
Harriet came across a button with a picture of a lightning bolt on it.
Can't be that easy.
Ulterion watched as the gremlins started to come through.
Harriet!
Harriet shrugged.
Any port in a storm.
Harriet pushed the lightning button. Ulterion watched in shock as electricity coursed through the gremlins.
Oh my god.
The electricity stopped and left fried, dead gremlins in its wake. Ulterion ran over to Harriet, picked her up and embraced her.
You did it!
I did!
The two cheered and celebrated and shared a passionate kiss. Ulterion and Harriet had steered the Sandworm towards Boomvroomburg, which displeased the gnomes. After a forced agreement, Ulterion was sent away on a flybox, but that's a story for another day. Ulterion thought he was lucky that his flybox hit a large mound of snow on the mountain. However, Ulterion cursed his luck at not bringing warmer clothes. Two dwarven rangers were traipsing over the mountainside. Gransel and Heckle were a brother and sister duo that hunted for local restaurants and inns, local being within 10 miles away. They were hunting rabbits, at least Heckle was hunting for rabbits, where her brother Gransel liked to document plants that he found. Today was a typical day for the siblings. Heckle was determined to find rabbits because she was tired of mushroom stew. While Gransel was writing in his journal about a white flower, Gransel ignored his sister and continued to document the flower. Gransel looked up from his work.
What? What? What do you mean, what? We're supposed to be hunting.
Gransel gave his sister a pleading look.
But this flower is rare.
Heckle shook her fist at her brother.
I'll make you rare. You don't help me get some rabbits.
But sister, they are so cute.
They're not cute enough for me to eat more mushrooms. Oh, come on.
Gransel reluctantly followed his sister. Ulterion trudged through the snow with furries hitting his face.
How can this get worse?
Ulterion heard a wolf howl in the distance.
Shut up, Ulterion. Just shut up.
Gransel and Heckle trudged through the snow when they heard a wolf howl. The siblings looked at each other in horror. The siblings started running. Ulterion found shelter in a small cave. Shelter enough. He was still cold. And hungry. And scariest of all, he was tired. Ulterion desperately fought sleep as the howl grew closer. Ransel and Hettle continued to run. The howls sounded as if they were growing closer. Ransel turned to look at his sister.
They're getting closer.
I know! Don't come and sit at me.
Ulterion laid on the cave floor, shivering. Ulterion heard the wolf howl very close.
Please don't find me. Please don't find me.
Ulterion was confused.
What?
Ulterion stepped outside of the cave and gasped in horror. As he looked up into a giant wolf's face, the wolf was indeed outside, for his mass took up all of Ulterion's vision. Ulterion could only stare up and shake in fear. The giant wolf opened his massive maw and descended on Ulterion. Ulterion sat up in bed, screaming. He looked around, surprised to find himself in a bedroom under several blankets. He was more surprised by the dwarf giving him a nervous smile.
Hello.
Ulterion stared at the dwarf in awkwardness.
Hello?
Ransel and his guest stared at each other in a moment of awkward silence. Ransel decided to break it.
Would you like something to eat?
Ulterion smiled and nodded.
That sounds wonderful.
Ulterion sat at the dining room table with the dwarf sibling eating mushroom stew. Ulterion didn't enjoy it, but he wouldn't be so rude. He smiled at his host.
This is good.
Ethel glared at her guest
We were going to have rabbits,
and moved that glare to her brother.
but we're having stew instead. And the guest.
Ransel glared back at his sister.
Hettle?
Ulterion continued to eat his stew and stay out of conflict.
This is really good.
The dwarves and Ulterion finished their meal in silence. Ulterion, Ransel, and Hettle sat in front of the fire. They were drinking hot chocolate.
Thank you so much for bringing me into your home. I didn't want to deal with those wolves.
There's no wolves on this mountain.
Ulterion looked at Hettle in shock.
What was all the howling I heard?
Ransel shook his head.
You don't want to know.
I'm sure I don't want to know, but I should know.
Let me tell you a tale. It was centuries ago. A dwarf named Dwairfataurs brought a group of dwarven miners to mine for Thiere. They mined for days. Till they struck gold. Mithril.
We have struck mithril.
Dwarf smiled at his newfound fortune.
Excellent.
They continued to mine, unaware of the spirit they were anchoring. The miners stopped and looked around in fear and confusion for the source of the voice. Dwarf scoffed, thinking that it was some cave dweller playing a trick.
I have fortune in Mithril in this cave. I won't stop till I get all of it. So away with you, spirit.
The voice was gone as quickly as it came. Dwarf shrugged it off and addressed his men.
Back to work. No mountain spirit will keep me from what is mine.
The miners went back to work, not knowing what they wrought. The next day, the miners continued their work, reluctantly, until the Ariox came. The ramfolk attacked and slaughtered a few of the miners. Dwyer wouldn't give up, and he would not let his men give up either. They went back to work the next day, a few men short, but stopped when the voice came back.
Sure, it will take more than the ramfolk to stop me. I will take that into consideration.
Then Dwyer was sure the voice was gone. He glared at his men, who were looking at him pleadingly.
But get back to work.
The miners got back to their work begrudgingly. And the next day, the miners went back to work. Then, the miners were attacked by coal cats. Many of them were torn apart by rock-like claws and burned by their breaths of flame. And the next day, Dwyer got his men back to work, with many shouts and threats. Then the voice returned. Dwyer glared at the voice. As well as one could glare at a disembodied voice.
No, you don't learn. I will never stop till I get my medal.
There was a dead silence that the miners waited in with fear. Dwyer smirked, thinking he defeated the voice, until it said, Dwyer suddenly felt a dull pain all over his body. The miners cried out in agony. Dwyer watched his miners' bodies contort and change.
Oh, what is...
Dwyer's dull pain became sharp agony. He felt his body start to contort and change. He felt his legs extend into the lower half of a wolf. And his head became that of a wolf. So Dwyer and his miners became...
Gransel was inches from Ulterion's face. Ulterion was freaked out by the story. Gransel's uncomfortable proximity.
Dwairfataurs.
Gransel waved his hands at Ulterion and rolled his eyes while making spooky noises. Ulterion looked terrified. After 2 days of Kettle's insistence, Ulterion made his way down the mountain. Ulterion read his list as he walked down the mountain.
Let's see. I need
Ulterion's heart sank as he read the words out loud.
Dwairfataur teeth.
Ulterion tracked back up the mountain.
I've read this. So stupid. I can't believe. Oh.
Cursing both his mission and, well, his life in general. He walked slowly through the cave.
I think this is where it came from.
As if to confirm, Ulterion heard howls. And became excited.
Yes, I found them.
His excitement disappeared and was replaced with horrifying realization as he heard more howls.
Damn. I found them.
Ulterion walked into a large cavern deep in the cave. He managed to make a torch despite the cold. Although its warmth and light was little comfort. Ulterion heard the howls. They were closer. His brain desperately tried to come up with a plan of action, but nothing was satisfactory. Ulterion came to a cliff. I looked over to find the Dwairfataurs below fighting over a fresh kill. Ulterion didn't know how many Dwairfataurs he was staring down at, but he knew it was too many.
How do I get those teeth?
As Ulterion thought, he felt a hot wind on his back.
That's funny.
Ulterion realized wind was not wind, but someone, something's breath. He slowly turned around to find himself face to face with Dwairfataur. Ulterion smiled nervously.
Hello?
Ulterion ran as fast as he could, with the Dwairfataur pack chasing after him. Ulterion saw a small cave up ahead. Ulterion ducked into the small cave as the Dwairfataurs passed. Ulterion waited. Ulterion slowly exited the small cave to look around, thinking he was safe, until he saw the lone Dwairfataur sniffing around until it saw Ulterion. Ulterion backed away.
Whoa there. I mean you no harm.
The Dwairfataur crept towards Ulterion, snarling.
Clearly that won't prevent you from harming me.
Ulterion suddenly realized he had a dagger in his boot. He had brought from what he couldn't remember. The point was he had a dagger. He pulled it out and brandished it at the Dwairfataur.
Stand back. Don't make me use this.
The Dwairfataur seemed unfazed by Ulterion's threat as he continued to growl. And creeped closer to Ulterion. Ulterion shrugged and readied his weapon.
All right. You asked for it.
Ulterion charged towards the Dwairfataur
Ah!
and brought his dagger towards its chest as the dagger hit and broke. Ulterion remembered that Grandsel had told him about the Dwairfataur's mental immunity.
Damn it.
The Dwairfataur punched Ulterion in the stomach, knocking him to the ground. Ulterion laid on the ground, holding his sore stomach. The Dwairfataur leapt towards Ulterion. Ulterion looked around frantically, and he found a large rock. He grabbed it, put it before him as the Dwairfataur snapped at him, but ended up biting the rock. Blood and pain flooded the creature's mouth, causing it to back away. As the creature was distracted by its pained mouth, Ulterion found a few teeth on the ground. He smiled.
Yes. Finally. A break.
Ulterion's exuberance and smile faded as he heard growling behind him. Ulterion turned around to find other Dwairfataurs glaring and growling at him.
Oh, come on.
Ulterion ran with the Dwairfataurs chasing him again.